You can't buy this, folks. You have to earn it. Look at behind me. Hey friends, Martyupnorth coming at you from my beautiful acreage. Today is August 10th, and you saw the title, quick long-term review of an amazing product, a belt by Kore Essentials. And full disclosure, I did a video on this belt 2 years ago when I bought it. Loved the belt, and been wearing it literally daily at work. I even wear it once in a while with dress pants and stuff like that. But out of the blue, they just contacted me by email and asked me if they could send me a new belt, the updated belt. And of course I'm going to say yes. So they sent me an updated belt. So let me just talk about this belt and what makes it fantastic. So let me first show you. So here's a leather belt that, here's what a leather belt looks like after a year of use. So it's distorted, and if you look at the holes where the belt goes in, you can tell from this belt that I've put it there and there and there. So and the adjustment on this belt comes by half-inch increments kind of thing, and that's a function of me. Over the course of a season, I gain and lose weight, sometimes as much as 10-15 pounds. So in winter, as Canadians, we gain weight, our winter fat we call it, and then we lose it in the summer. So when you got a belt like this, that's one of the limitations of a standard typical belt, is that it has very limited adjustments, and then you can see that the adjustments get damaged over time, and the belt itself gets damaged over time. So now, let me show you this belt. So this belt is 2 years old. 2 years old. And look at how straight it is and how, solid it is. I mean, this is a belt that I use for work and when I'm hunting and things like that. And in a previous video, tab up to the video, I show you how I use it as a gun belt. I've also used it as an everyday carry belt. I can put a Leatherman and things like that on here. It's designed to carry weight. I believe it's designed to carry about 10 pounds, which is pretty impressive. But what makes these belts so cool is this ratcheting system. And actually, the idea for the ratcheting system is pretty brilliant. It's kind of similar to a zip tie. A zip tie is a little bit of little notches in there, and when you put it in there, you can hear the zip tie has infinite adjustments. I could shrink this all the way down to nothing. Now the problem with the zip tie is the little tab here stays engaged, and you can't undo the zip tie unless you have something like a wedge. So if I put a wedge underneath that tab, then I can undo the zip tie. Well, the belt, the Kore belt, is the exact same mechanism. So you can see these notches on here, and they're grooved one way, and there's a whole set, basically on this belt there's about 10 inches of adjustment play, and on this end of the belt is similar to the zip tie, is the notch that goes into the belt that goes one way but doesn't go the other way unless you release it. So the way this belt adjusts is when you close it, you can hear it. So if you watch, you can hear it. Now, 1, 2, so I get adjustments that come in about 1/4 inch increments. But then when I pull on it, it doesn't loosen unless I loosen the tab, and then the belt just slides out. So it's a brilliant, brilliant design. So I'm just gonna put it back on real quick. Well, not real quick, but quick. Typical Marty video. I live under a flight path, so there's so often planes going overhead. But my beautiful wife Karen will zoom in. So now, today, I can pull on this, and then it's incrementally tight. If I want to be really ridiculous, I could tighten it. Now it's so tight, just like that. And then I loosen it by hitting that tab. So there you go. So that's why this belt is so fantastic. It's solid. It's meant to carry weight. It's very adjustable, and it's stylish. So let me show you the one they saw me. So this is kind of the one they sent me. So this is an unboxing. I haven't seen this one just quite yet. And actually, because of all the noise, I'm just going to go inside and I'm going to do the unboxing inside, and I'm also going to show you how to set up these belts, because when they come separate as the belt and the buckle and other accessories, so you set it up on your own. So I'll show you that inside. All right, folks, bear with me. Doing these videos upside down, staring through the camera is always a little difficult, but let's do the unboxing, see what the new belt looks like. All right, the typical stuff. Scan for instructions. Now I know how to assemble the belt. I've done one before. And so what comes in the box? Here's the belt. Let's take it out of its wrapper and show you this design. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's kind of a nice black camo design. They calling it Multicam black. So I'll take off the whole wrapper that's on it. This thing is quite long, and actually when you look at the measurements on the inside, it's really fantastic, because they have, you know, it says here, I'm reading it upside down, but 48, 49. So what you do is you go close to your size. So I'm going to cut mine at about 36 right there. Actually, I'm probably going to cut it at 34. And then it's too bad all this is wasted material, but it is what it is. And then the best part, the buckle. So a new design on the buckle. Let me move the box out of the way to highlight the buckle. Look at that. And the buckle is cool. So, you know, the belt goes in there. You unscrew these bolts. The belt goes in there, and then you snap that down, and it locks it in place. And awesome. They give you a little, you know what? I don't know what you call this, but you know, when you got the little leftover bit on your belt, this is something to slip the belt into. And then, what is this optional item? Huh. Oh, I'm guessing it's, I have no idea. Let's see what it says in the instructions. Gun buckle, multi-gun belt, belt protector sleeve. Huh, a belt protector sleeve. So does that go on the end? I guess it does. Figure that out. And then tools for assembling, and another optional item, it's a hanger. So if you put this in your, I already have one of these, you put this in your closet, and then you can snap the belt onto here and then hang your belt straight up and down. Fantastic. All right, so let's assemble the belt. Okay, here's the tools you need. Box cutter and the little Allen wrench that they give you. You don't actually need these, or just spare screws. So step one is in the belt buckle. Loosen these these screws. Careful not to strip them. And these will actually dig into the belt between the screws and the teeth here. And I'm just going to double check that I've loosened the screws enough, so to make sure that the belt slides in. Nope, doesn't slide in past the I've got to get it to slide in past these screws, so they have to be backed off just a bit more. Okay, that's good. So then, like I said, there's measurements. Let me do it the other way. There's measurements on here, and my last belt is cut at 35, so I'm going to cut this one again at 35. I'm a 32, 33 inch waist, so by cutting at 35, it leaves a little bit of extra room. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to cut it at 35. So then you cut it. Careful not to cut yourself. All right, that's done. And then there's only one way this goes in, just like that. And then you drop this down, and it'll bite in, the teeth will bite into the belt, which they did. And then for added security, now these are going into the belt itself, so there's a bit of resistance. There you have it. That is not coming out. And just like that, the belt is assembled. All right, so you just saw that was easy to assemble. So the buckle itself is slightly different than the old one. It's a it's a newer style. And looking closely at the belt, there is a they did make some improvements. To the naked eye, the improvements are subtle. There used to be a stitching right on the edge, but now it looks like maybe it's bonded differently. I mean, there was nothing wrong with the original. It was perfect. I mean, look at how long it lasted. So if this one's improved, well, even better. I'm just going to put it on and show you the quick accessories. So actually, before I show that, maybe, I don't know if the pattern is completely visible in the light, but it's a nice camo pattern. Okay, so a couple of things. So it's because it's new, it's a little stiff, but fits perfect. Now I actually cut this one a little bit shorter than the other one, and that way I can just tuck it under there. But they did send me, and I researched it, this is a belt setter. So and the old ones that they had was this one, which was Velcro, and I didn't like that Velcro one because the intent of the Velcro one in the past was that you put it on after, like this, and I found that I dropped it a few times, and so I didn't really like it. Whereas the new one that they provided, the way to use it is, now I gotta redo this all over again, but they provided one that's stitched instead of Velcroed, and so you can run it through the whole belt, and now it will stay on a lot better than the Velcro one. The belt is new, so there's definitely a stiffness that okay. So with the new one, it's slipped on. You can just, I should have put it on the other side of this. Reality is, I don't really use these, but it's there as an option that you can purchase. Now I'm going to also show you the other thing they sent as an option. I wasn't sure why, but now it makes sense. They sent this belt protector, and you can put it on, and for additional protection, so if you carry a holster, or if you carry a a multi-tool, a Leatherman, or any knife for that matter. Jeez, it's stiff. You know what? I think
you have to push the button to get
no,
in?
what happens is that I think no, yeah, it's just stiff. It'll work itself in a little bit. But so the belt protector is nice. So if you're carrying a holster or something like that, you got that added protection. And then finally, I'll show you the last thing they sent. Is the hanger. So what you do is you can just snap your belt on there like that. And then I have this one. So
That's pretty slick.
Yeah, you can hang your belts. And trying to figure out what this little thing is, your protectors can go on there. So then you can hang it, and that keeps your belts straight if you so choose it, but it also gives you a nice way to store your belts. Anyways, quick video, hope you enjoyed it. So it's a year, it's more than a year, it's 2 years since I had this belt, and by Kore Essentials, and then they just sent me this one. This one's held up fantastic. It is one of my everyday belts, and now I got a second one. So check them out on the internet, folks, and hit me with a like, a subscribe, and give me some comments. I don't do a lot of reviews, but I only review things that I actually find work well for me, and this product definitely works well for me.